Hello, welcome. I'm Pamela. I am the Stampin Pink Rose Independent Stampin' Up demonstrator, and this is our first video for 2022. So I want to welcome you. Now, and I should have grabbed him. This is the Otter card, and he is absolutely adorable. In fact, let me try to grab him. I have been using him a lot, and I'm sorry I didn't have it right away. All right, so here is the Otter, and I love it with him swimming in his fish, the hat. Here he is there, like in the water here, and there he is with a big hug and everything else, and I'm thinking Valentine's maybe with that. So anyway, we're going to focus on doing this. But before we get started, I want to make some announcements because I'm afraid at the very end I'm going to completely forget. One is today is January 14th. This is the deadline today for my Valentine cards that I'm doing for January. And they're very easy, very simple. You're going to find they're wonderful. You have three options: a tutorial, a kit without the stamp set, and a kit with the stamp set. So if you go over to my Stampin Pink Rose and go under events, you'll see 2022 classes. Click on that, and that will show you at the very top the January class. All right, so then the next announcement is that it's birthday club month, the membership this month. Now, I apologize, I spilled a little coffee on there. You'll get an unstained postcard. If you spend $75, whatever increment you want. If you want to do 20 and 55, or you want to do 35 and then another 40 to add up to 75, it's purely up to you, but it's the month of January. So what you will do is when you do that, I'll know it. I will send you a card in the mail like this, as I said, without the stain, and I'll send you a card. You will, the month of your birthday, fill this out. So I'm turning this around so you can see. It is, there we go. So that you can see, you will fill out your birthday, the stamp set you want, your number. It has to be $25 or less. Your online classes don't count for it. However, I will make the exception for the birthday kit. On Thursday night at 8 o'clock, and I have a meeting at 7, so I will be there as close to 8 as I can. If it's a couple minutes over getting on, I'm going to apologize. But we are having it at 8 o'clock. The only reason we're having it then is the fact that I've got things going on towards the weekend, and I don't want to run it then, and I want to get it started, and my kit is still on its way. So I had no guarantee if I was going to get it in. It's supposed to come in this weekend, but I had no guarantee that it wouldn't be in until the middle of next week. So as a result, I've ordered the birthday kit, which is light your candles. We're going to do that one, and we're going to make it. I have PDF available. If you put an order in for that kit, I will send you the PDF, okay, on that thing. I will have a link, and I'll send you the information. Then the following Thursday, we're going to do a birthday card class with regular birthday cards. And if you order any stamp sets and everything that I'm using, or you already have them and you find get something of equal value and you order it, then you will get the PDFs for those. And I'm working them on right now, and one I'm doing is the Hello, and another one I think is the Otter. And so I've got a couple other ones too. So we're going to be looking at that. So anyway, so that's this. And so that's the birthday club. So you need to get thinking on your purchases, because once January's gone, you can't sign up. You're qualifying for your orders in February. Will not qualify for the birthday club. January is the only month you can sign up for the birthday club. And it's something brand new I'm doing this year. So I think it's a little extra, and I think it's going to be a little nice. All right, I think that's it on my covering, and I apologize, but I wanted to get stuff in. All right, so now I've got this card. Now we're going to do part of it. We're not going to do the center of it. I think you can cut a square, and I think you can stamp it. And if you want the measurements, I just hit something on the front of that part of it. That is about 3 1/4. And that was about 2 3/4. So if you get it right in that area, you're going to get it fine. The paper I'm using, and I switched paper a little, but it's still out of the same pack, is the Sunshine Rainbows, the 6x6 free paper that you get in Celebration. And remember, Celebration is only January and February. If you want to order $199, you'll get $125 product if you join Stampin' Up, and you get 2 free stamp sets. And I would love for you to join my team where we have prizes, challenges. You're not required to sell at all. We're just a community of stampers that love to stamp. So if you want to sell, that's great. If you want to pull your sister in, your mother, that's fine, and stamp with her and order and everything else, that's great. But we are a community of stampers, and I really would love to have you part of my team. All right, so my goal this year is to easily move from Silver to Silver Elite. It's another level. Stampin' Up! Offers more benefits for me to offer to you. So if I can get to Silver Elite, you benefit for the things that I learn and the things I earn. All right, so now let's get to this card. I just took a plain white for this one. This has Pool Party on it, so you could put it that way if you want. I grabbed a piece of paper, that's the 6x6. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this across at 5 1/4 because it has an edge around it. So now it's going there, and then I have this thing over here and here. Okay, so now I've got it here. Now, notice it's got this side and this side. And I want to make sure you guys are seeing it. Something got on it. Okay, it's got this side and a side and everything. So we've got 2 sides to use. So now what I'm going to do right now is it is 1 inch. So what I want to do, and I need to get this over here so you can see me. All right, now let's see if I can bring you down a little bit. Nope, that's farther out. Sorry. All right. All right, I'm going to hope you can see because I've got my thing. It wants to drop if I take it out to where it is. So what I have done is set the top edge at 1 inch. And I am not worried necessarily what the bottom is. And I'm going to cut. Okay. And this one is pretty close to 1/2 inch at the bottom. Okay. And that will go on. Now we're going to flip it over. And because the design is going a certain direction, I want to make sure that I've got this at 1 inch. So I'm going to tilt. And I'm going to move it in until there. It's at 1 inch. Okay, and now I need to turn it. All right, maybe put it at 1 inch here, 1/2 inch. Okay, this should do it. So what I've got is on the far right, away from the cutting blade, I've got the little point of this sitting on 1 inch. Okay, and then I'm going to cut. And I may have cut this one a little narrower than I wanted. Okay, and I did. Okay, let's see if we got some more left over. I'm going to flip it. If I've got any left over, I'll do it. Okay, now I'm at 1 inch. There. That's 1 inch. And here, I want, this is my issue, guys. I want 1 inch is what I want. This is what you get when you get a pattern and everything. Trying to make sure you've got it. Okay, I think I've got it right. So what I've got is the far right at 1 inch. This one at the very top here is at about 1/2 inch. And I just moved it. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to cut. Okay. And then I'm going to flip it again, and I'm going to turn it. And I'm going to bring this at 1 inch. By the way, I don't know where you are, but we are in a winter storm warning. We're to get up to 9 to 12 inches. Everybody is waiting all morning for it to snow, questioning if it was even going to come. Personally, I would just assume it didn't. And it started snowing during lunch. All right, so now I've got that. So what I want to do is on this one here that I miscut a little bit, I've still got room. I'm going to bring it over to where this end is at 1 inch. This is at 1/2 inch. 1 inch, 1/2 inch. That should give me what I want. There we go. So it takes one of your 6x6 if you're going to use all of it. Now let me show you. I'm going to get this out of the way. I'm going to bring this in, and again I'm going to stand to make sure we are in. We are. Okay. So now I'm going to stick my snail adhesive, and I'm going to put it on. And by the way, if you're ever playing with size and you don't know how well this is going to work, and by the way, guess what I did? We're going to use it. Oh, maybe I've got it. I've got it. I've got the right one. I just grabbed the wrong one. There we go. So if you ever don't know, see now this is going to have a little bit of a gap. And that's fine. Normally it would have your solid paper underneath of your color of your choice. If you ever want to do something like this, and I, by the way, do it even with, this morning I was working on a birthday card. And I needed the word happy birthday, but I wanted the right size punch. And I was using designer series paper, and you'll see the card in a couple of weeks. I was using designer series paper. I don't want to punch a 1/2 inch and discover I need a 1 inch. I don't want to punch a 1 inch and discover I need a 1.5 inch. So I'll punch it in my cardstock, or you could use copy paper. I punch it, and then I see what size I need. So if you're having an issue on anything, make a dummy out of your white cardstock, your copy paper, anything along those lines. Okay, so now I'm going to get this down. Notice how I flipped it. Now this goes on next. And then this will go on last. Okay. And one good way to do this too is to put one on this end and one on this end close to the edge and just start building. And if you're in hesitation, then just simply instead do like that, put it down, see if it fits. If you got to move it, if you have to move it, you've only got a little of it, and you can easily do it. Okay, so now I'm doing this. Okay, that's it. Now what you would do is go ahead and do your center with your otter, And I'll put this picture of this card up on my blog at Stampin Pink Rose. So if you're watching on YouTube, it'll be over there at Stampin Pink Rose. And I'll put this card up and you can see it. Obviously, it's a different pattern paper, and I didn't use the blue background on this one. I just didn't grab it. But I could, because those colors would go with it. So anyway, I'm hoping this gives you the idea how to make this cute card with cutting different shapes and things. Now, you could use, you don't have to use all the same paper and flip it over. You could use 2 different patterns, or you could make 3 patterns. It's up to you what you want to do. But by cutting these at little strip angles, it gives it a different look. All right, this is Pamela, the Stampin' Pink Rose. Remember, orders need to be in today for your the Valentine's, which is using the sweet conversations, which I'm really thrilled over that one. It really, really turned out cute, guys. And it's really going to be nice and easy, and somebody is going to really appreciate your card for Valentine's Day. Membership is ongoing for the month of January. You need to get your orders in to qualify. By the way, if you do join my team, you get all of my PDFs and everything free. So you get all of those kinds of things free. There's no charge on those, so you have easy access to those. And you have access to me and availability to answer questions. If we need to set up a time, either doing a Zoom call together or just doing a phone call, we'll do it. So it's whatever you're needing and what are you looking for. And you're the directive, so you tell me what you need. It's not what I need, it's what you need. All right, happy stamping. Thanks for joining me today. Take care. Have a good weekend.